one comment on the church.
Yes, on the church.
You know, the church has made in Murang'a a momentous decision.
The Catholic Church. I wanted to speak about that when we come back.
The church. Yes. And we should ask the church not to overreact. Because, as I said, this was a small matter that took place in church, misdemeanor. In fact, we have witnessed in church people literally maiming each other. Actual physical...
Banning of politicians in church harambes, you think, is overreacting?
Yeah, they are overreacting because the thing at play, the gist of the matter at that church service was not the harambe. It was the dynamics outside the church called the competition, the internal competition within Jubilee.
Okay.
Do you know, on the same Sunday when this was happening, the same scenario played itself at Lusumu St. Gizito Catholic Church in Navaholo constituency in Kakamega. I was in Harambe. The MP was informed I am in Harambe, and he came in. When he arrived, I had just been invited to go and speak.
And he interrupted you.
And the MP requested that he should be allowed to invite me as the host. And I gladly gave him that opportunity.
Okay.
And he invited me. So it is a question of the mindset of the leaders.
Okay.
In this case, if Commander had demonstrated his maturity and experience in public office, he should not have seen anything wrong with the young Nyoro inviting them
to speak. Okay.
But just to comment further, you know, I watched that bishop talk yesterday.
Yes.
And Matiang'i, you can't cut them that slack. Because none of you here as politicians goes to church without invitation. I spoke to one of the people in that team, my friend Kamau, last night. He called me. I didn't even call him.
Yes.
And he told me Kimanda-Nyoro was invited. Kimanda-Nyoro is a rogue MP. But he was invited to that function. So we may want to bash him,
Okay.
but I think that's besides the point. Recently, Ken, the chair of SDA, Maxwell, the church members were fighting. How come they were not arrested? The question here, which we must go home with, is the police behavior. How did police know that Kimanda-Nyoro was going there? It just one side being advantaged by police service.
Exactly.
That is really the point, and that is the point I'm talking to. And I don't like to be participating in either of their fracas. But you cannot have a situation where you tell an MP, come to the police station. What was wrong? Yesterday was only Monday. What was wrong in waiting for him to not to show up today?
Exactly.
And arrest him?
Yeah.
And who is the complainant? Who went to the police? On what police statement, at which police station was he arrested? And by the time he was being chased all around with those many cars that went to Royal Media. Okay. You know, Ken, the mere fact that police can take orders from a politician and begin chasing citizens using state resources.
Yeah.
That is where we have been trying to come from.
But how do you know they took orders from...
They had to. How did... what? I mean, can police...
Can I take the break and we come back?
Sure.
Let me take the break and
the police, we can't allow the police to continue doing this.
Okay, we'll come back and begin with Jacob Mideo because he needs to explain and you need to all join in. All right, we are taking a short break on AM Live. When we come back, we still have a lot to discuss. In fact, we have to discuss that church angle because it's something that has been happening. Not only the Catholic Church, you've seen the SDA plus a number of churches. So stay with us. We're back in a moment.